5 simple habits I needed to become a millionaire. That's it. Not complicated strategies, not lucky breaks, just 5 uncomfortable habits that took me from bankruptcy in 2007 to multiple 7-figure businesses. Let's get into it. Habit number 1, guard your time like a millionaire. Okay, real talk. Your phone is robbing you blind. Not the subscription cost, your time. And according to Nielsen, the average American spends over 11 hours per day consuming media. That's 167.5 days per year gone. More than half your waking life. And here's what I realized after bankruptcy. Broke people consume content. Rich people create value. When I was drowning in debt, I'd zone out watching TV for 3 hours after work. Zero progress on building anything. I was trading my most valuable asset for nothing. Plot twist. Your TV isn't the problem. Your lack of a not-to-do list is. The CEO Genome Project tracked thousands of executives and found the most successful ones didn't just have to-do lists, they had aggressive not-to-do lists. Things they flat out refuse to spend their time on because time is the only resource you can never get back. My friend Alan, who built a 9-figure business, told me, JD, poor people have open calendars and full inboxes. Rich people have full calendars and empty inboxes. Rich people decide what deserves their time. The fix? I created my hell no list. No unsolicited phone calls. No pick your brain meetings without an agenda. TV only while multitasking. And deleted social media apps except for posting. And no texts that just say, hey, call me. Drop a comment. What's your biggest time waster? And I'll go first. I once spent 2 hours watching videos about day trading strategies and never bought a single stock. Let me know your time theft confession. And here's your action plan. Track your screen time this week. Write your top 5 hell no items and delete 2 apps from your phone. Block creation time on your calendar. You cannot out-earn bad time management. The habit number 2, move your body before you move money. The richest people I know work out before they work. A British Journal of Sports Medicine meta-analysis of 2,700 studies concluded physical activity makes your brain work better. Improved executive function, better decisions, enhanced creativity. Translation, exercise makes you smarter with money. When building Patient RX discount, I was stressed constantly. I'd check emails immediately after waking and spend all day reacting to emergencies. By 2 p.m., mentally fried, making terrible decisions. Then my wife, Daisy, forced me to get in the gym every morning, first. Within 2 weeks, everything changed. Not my business, my decisions. Decisions at 7 a.m. after a workout were night and day different from 10 a.m. with anxiety after scrolling emails. And when you move your body, you increase blood flow to your prefrontal cortex. That's the part that makes rational decisions instead of emotional ones. The part that says, you can't afford that $60,000 truck instead of YOLO. Let's finance it for 84 months. And my friend James said, your brain is an engine. You'd warm it up first. Exercise warms up your decision-making engine. And here's another action plan. Lay out workout clothes the night before. Move 20 minutes before checking your phone. Only consume podcasts and audiobooks during workouts. Track days with a wall calendar. Don't break the chain. Your body first, bank account second. Clear heads make better money decisions. Habit number 3, level up your circle. And be honest, are your 5 closest friends helping you get richer or keeping you comfortable? You're going to earn roughly the average income of your 5 closest friends. A Stockholm University study followed kids with even one wealthy friend earned 2 to 3 income percentiles higher as adults. Just one wealthy friend. Someone who thought differently about money. When I filed for bankruptcy, I was surrounded by people who thought it was normal. Everyone's got debt. It's fine. Living the dream, right? Wrong. The turning point came when I started spending time with people who'd built businesses. And my friend Will invited me to a mastermind. I almost didn't go. I felt like I didn't belong. I learned more in 1 weekend than 4 years with comfortable people. Not magic formulas, how they thought about problems. And when I complained something was expensive, they asked, How could we make more money? And when I made excuses, they called me out, lovingly but directly. Rich people don't think like broke people. You cannot level up if everyone's playing defense. The fix? Audit your circle. Add treadmill friends. And after hanging with them, you feel energized, thinking bigger versus couch friends where you feel like you ate an entire pizza. Here's the action plan. List your 5 closest friends and ask, if I became a millionaire, would they be genuinely excited or resentful? And find one person 5 to 10 years ahead of you and join rooms above your level. Google your city entrepreneur meetup and show up as a student. If they have more money, listen 80% and talk 20%. Your network determines your net worth. That's math. And habit number 4, track what you own, not what you do. What percentage of last week went toward building assets you own versus working for someone else's? Awkward silence, right? Most people track to-do lists. I checked off 47 things. Cool. Do you own anything more today than yesterday? Plot twist. Busy doesn't mean building wealth. Activity doesn't equal assets. And according to the Federal Reserve, the top 1% hold over 40% of wealth in private businesses they own. They're working on things they own. When I went bankrupt, I had debt, a pharmacy job trading time for money, and 0 assets making money while I slept. Now, I own Patient RX discount, new lifespan, lend a hand for land. None require 40 hours weekly. They generate income whether I'm working or not. And my friend Mateo does something brilliant. Every Sunday, he tracks what do I own more of this week, not what did I accomplish. What do I own? Shares, business percentage, intellectual property, real estate. The question isn't, was I productive? It's, am I wealthier? Action plan. Create a Google sheet. Asset type, value, change, notes. List every asset, retirement accounts, investments, business equity, real estate. Every Sunday, 15 minutes updating. And ask, did I grow or just get paid? Track one ownership opportunity. And workers track hours. Wealth builders track assets. Habit number 5, ask for what you want every day. This is the middle class mindset trap from my book. Yeah, shameless plug. The belief that if you work hard and keep your head down, good things happen. Yeah, no. Brilliant, hardworking, talented people stay broke because they never ask. No raise requests, no salary negotiations, no mentor outreach, no sales pitches. Journal of Organizational Behavior. Employees who negotiated starting salary earned $5,000 more annually. Over 40 years with 5% raises, that's $600,000 additional lifetime earnings. $600,000 just for asking. But it's uncomfortable, pushy, salesy. You know what's worse? Being broke because you were too polite. In 2020, when COVID hit, I thought my businesses were going under. Then I started negotiating everything. Landlords, hey, we don't have full rent. What if we paid 60% for 6 months? Vendors, is that the best you can do? Plot twist, it worked. We saved tens of thousands just by asking. Their margin is your expense. If you don't ask, you're leaving money on the table. And I made it a game. 1 ask per day minimum. Monday, email someone successful for a 20-minute call. Tuesday, negotiate internet bill. Wednesday, ask for the sale. Thursday, LinkedIn outreach to someone I don't know. Friday, ask for a discount. If you ask 365 times and 5% say yes, that's 18 wins. How much is that worth? My friend Alan, rich people ask, poor people stay quiet. The difference in your bank account is your courage to ask. The action plan, create a daily ask list every morning. Practice on small stuff. Ask for a coffee discount. Use, is that the best you can do? Then shut up. Send 1 cold outreach daily. And track your wins. Reframe rejection. No means not right now. The wealthy negotiate everything because they know their value and communicate it. Look, I get it. 5 habits feels overwhelming. Maybe impossible if you're starting from nothing like I was. But you don't need all 5 perfectly tomorrow. Pick 1 for 30 days. Just 1. Comfortable doesn't make you a millionaire. Uncomfortable, repeated daily habits do. Just pick 1. Start tomorrow. Not Monday, tomorrow. Future you will thank you. Current you might need therapy, but that's what morning walks are for. And if you want to learn more about personal finance, check out this video. Now, stop watching YouTube and go ask somebody for something. The worst they can say is no. The best could change your life. And peace be with you, and may your assets multiply while your excuses evaporate.